Hi everyone! Welcome back to our channel. While winter can be beautiful in so many ways, we found that living in the van in the wintertime can be pretty challenging. After a whole winter last year and then during another one this year, we feel like we've pretty much come up with a pretty good list of items that have been essential for us to be able to enjoy van life in the winter. So this week's video, we are featuring 10 different items that we found really helpful to have in the van in order to have a good experience of winter van life.
So the first essential item on our list is going to be our ESPAR heater. I definitely don't think we'd be able to survive van life at all if we didn't have a heater in here. Our heater is right under our passenger seat, and it is actually connected to our gas tank. So it's super efficient and definitely doesn't drain the gas tank, which is really nice. But we can turn the heater on and set it for a certain amount of time, and it keeps us all nice and toasty throughout the night and throughout the day.
I know, I think what's the highest degree? It can go up to like 100
Yeah,
degrees, right?
we could pretty much make a sauna in here if we wanted.
Yeah.
And the other great thing about it too is we can leave it running while we're not in the van. So if the dogs are in here for whatever reason and we can't be in here for a little bit, then it will keep that running. And if we're just out and about and want to keep the van toasty, we'll leave it on.
And it's been the primary way that while we're not living in the van full time, to make sure that everything in here stays warm, we run it like throughout the day, especially when it gets into the negative degrees. It's been one of our solutions to make sure that our battery systems stay healthy and that everything within like our internal home here stays warm, because the cold can do a lot of damage. So number 2 on our list is blankets and pillows. It sounds like a given, but having something like a fleece blanket as an extra layer underneath like our regular comforter has been really helpful to keep us warm. And also having like throw pillows, as they are for decorative things as well, but they actually have a good function for it, because right behind us there's usually, because I sleep on this side towards the back of the van, and there is a draft that comes through the back doors, so usually we'll line the pillows back there to be able to minimize that draft, and actually does a really good job.
Yeah.
So simple things like a fleece blanket and pillows really does the trick to just add that extra layer of comfort and warmth and coziness.
Third item on our list is going to be slippers.
Woo!
These are essential for, I think all seasons I love slippers, but especially in the winter, it really helps because the floors can get super cold. And it's just another layer of insulation to keep us warm while we mosey about the van.
Some people have builds where they have heated floors. We don't have that, but we found that slippers actually do the trick for us, and it just is the perfect solution for keeping our toes warm.
Yeah. And it's not an extra strain on our battery, which is great too.
Exactly. It's a simple solution. Number 4 on our list is the BERKEY. Now, this thing has come in handy in so many situations for us, and we cannot stress how helpful it is to have one of these. Not only is it a filtration system to give us good and clean drinking water throughout the year, but we found that in the winter it's been really essential, because one of the things we experienced early on in the van in the winter was our water tank freezing, which means that we had no access to water. But having the BERKEY here allowed us to have a way to have water that came out through a spout, so it was easy to wash dishes, and it was refillable with water that we could buy from the store. And it was just a way to know that we'd have water in the van without it freezing. So yeah, the BERKEY system has been really essential for us.
Yeah, and you kind of touched on it, but when you're in multiple ranges of weather, it's really nice to have 2 separate water systems, like one tank and then have something outside of the tank to make sure that we can kind of really control the temperature of it. So yeah,
definitely.
Number 5 on our list is our window covers. These are super important for a few excuse me.
You okay?
Yeah, these are super important for a few different reasons. One being insulation. So having window covers on all, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 window covers, and that really makes a difference with keeping the heat in.
It's actually pretty wild the difference it makes to have the windows covered or not. Like right now we don't have it covered, and you can just feel the cold coming in, and the moment we put it on, it's just another extra layer. Reflectics and the window covers are made to be able to keep heat in or keep heat out, so we use it all throughout the year. The more windows you have in your van, it makes it harder to actually control the temperatures, so that's why it's really essential to have window coverings to help regulate the temperature. Number 6 is insulation in the van build. So I'm sure some of you have seen a lot of different van builds if you're a van life enthusiast, and everyone has different methods and how they want to insulate the van when they start building it. Our builder used spray foam, which I think is generally a little bit more expensive, but it seems to do the best trick because it really covers a lot of surface area in the nooks and crannies, and making sure that that extra layer between like the metal of the van and the build of the van, there is like a deep layer there to keep heat in or out of the van. Other people have used like wool and denim, yes, and even foam, like other, not spray foam, but just like layers of foam as well. And we found that it's been a really good solution for us. Again, we don't have anything to really compare it to, but it's done a really great job for us, I think, in terms of keeping the van pretty warm in the winter and cool in the summer.
Number 7 on our list for essential items is lots and lots of layers. So it might be obvious, but I think it really is essential to talk about how much of a difference it makes to have socks, long underwear, sweatshirts, long sleeves, hats, turtlenecks, gloves, all of the stuff to just keep yourself warm.
Again, it's like one of those things that you're like, duh, it's obvious, but again, something that goes a long way that you wouldn't necessarily think, especially when you're living in the van, you're constantly thinking about the resources and conserving those resources, right? So maybe if we know that we're going to be running the heater a lot and we just want to conserve that energy more, instead of doing that, our solution to keeping warm might be just another extra layer or two, so we don't have to run the heater to conserve gas and the battery.
Especially when we're going to bed for the night, it helps to not have to worry about what the heater's doing. Sometimes it can overheat decking on the ground, so we definitely want to be careful of that, and we'll just layer up before going to bed.
Exactly. Number 8 is all-weather tires. We were lucky enough to have the van come with all-weather tires, which has been has given a layer of peace of mind when traveling in different kind of terrains, and it's definitely been helpful, especially in the snow here. It's thicker, it's sturdier, it's has more grit to be able to navigate, I think, more unpredictable like land, and especially in times where we're like, oh no, we might get stuck. These tires have really proven to us that they can do the trick to get us out of some sticky situations.
Ideally we'd have snow tires, but that is super seasonal, so we don't find it super cost effective to do that. And so far, our all-weather tires have really been great. So there's been some times where we're borderline gonna get stuck, but we always seem to get out.
Yeah, so we kind of wiggle out.
Number 9 on our list is heated gloves. So this is particular to me. I really don't do great in the cold. I have a condition called Raynaud's, and it's a circulation issue, and my hands get super impacted. Bess for Christmas this year got me a pair of electric gloves, which was super great for me. Basically what I do is I plug them in, charge the batteries, and then I have heated gloves when I'm out and about walking the boys or doing all sorts of things. Sometimes I wear them inside even too, because they're just so awesome.
They're cozy.
Yeah. So for me, that's definitely an essential for winter van life.
Yeah. And on that note too, there's also heat packs that we have too, like that we can just shake up and they last for a couple hours. We'll keep them in our pocket. Sometimes it's nice to keep them in the bed too, as an extra layer of just like nice coziness for our hands and feet as well. And number 10 on our list is furry friends, aka our babies. It is so amazing what our our dogs do for us to keep us warm. They're like little mini furnaces for our bodies. They get cold too, so I think they like to snuggle with us even more in the winter. Having a little dog like Baby to go into your legs at night, and
he loves doing that.
Yeah, he loves doing that, and it keeps you warm. And Deccan likes to hop up on the bed and cuddle with us too. So it's kind of a win-win for everybody involved. And just in general, traveling with dogs is amazing. But it's amazing how much they keep us warm,
physically and mentally too.
This is true.
So that's it for our 10 essential van life items. There are plenty more that we thought of and could still think of that we need during winter van life, but those were definitely our top 10 essentials. If you have any essentials that you were thinking of, please let us know and put them in the comments below. We're always looking for new ways to get through winter van life and stay warm.
We hope you enjoyed this video and learned something about how to navigate van life in the winter. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. It really helps us out a lot. And if you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up or leave us a comment about what you enjoyed. And again, we love this community because it's such a community of exchange where we get to learn from each other, and everyone has such unique ideas. So please, please, please let us know if you think we've missed something or there's something that we should definitely be knowing about to make our experience in the winter easier and more pleasurable and VANtastic. VANtastic. That's
Love
it.
that.
All right, folks. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Can we start?
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. While winter... So the next item...
Number 2. So the first...
Let's start over.
Did you say hi?
No.
Oh. Nice. Go ahead. Wait, are you getting blinded?
No.
I can't see. Like, I'm literally looking right now and I see rings.
Okay.
Oh my god, babe. I see double rings right now.
Sweet. I don't know how to help you.
Am I... Is this a problem?
Okay, relax.
Is this blinding me?
No.
Wow.
Number 6 is...
Okay.
What's that funny?
Just 'cause. Okay.
8. Okay. Number 8 is it R? 8 is, right?
Yeah. I see rings.
Okay, should I turn it off?
Let's just go quick.